Hey everybody, it is me with another review. I know it's been a little while, but there was kind of a lag in films coming out. But finally, we've got a new summer blockbuster, ladies and gentlemen. This is Superman. That's right, Superman is finally on the big screen once again. This time it's done in such a remarkable way. We've been waiting years for a movie like this based on the superhero of truth and justice. And it's just amazing. There's no better time to be a comic book movie fan than right now. That's for sure. So, as you know, Superman is a great superhero, one of the most iconic. He comes from lots of time back in the day where everybody, young and old, knows who he is, from the comic books to the TV shows, the black and white TV shows, and the live action TV shows and movies. Yeah, it's great. It's great stuff. Anyways, this iteration of Superman, the plot is Superman has to reconcile his Kryptonian heritage while focusing on his other identity of Clark Kent in the real world. But at the same time, Lex Luthor is trying to paint him out in a bad light. So the public sees him as a menace, essentially. But it's the world that doesn't believe in truth, justice, or Superman. So you try being a superhero in a world that doesn't believe in you. It's probably not the easiest thing. Yeah. But everybody, this is the movie of the summer. I'm telling you right now, this is the summer blockbuster everybody is going to be talking about. It's the best Superman movie yet, in my opinion. Of course, everyone has different opinions, but I think this is the best Superman movie ever made. James Gunn really, as the kids say, cooked with this one. You know what I mean? Yeah, but he cooked. James Gunn is the perfect person to be in charge of the DC universe. He is going to do really good things with his films if he keeps it up like this. And I'm really excited to see what the future holds for James Gunn in the DC universe. So, yeah, it's great. But basically, this is a comic book on the big screen. Imagine taking a comic book of Superman, like Action Comics Superman, slapping it on the big screen and saying, boom, it's a movie now. That is what it was. It was colorful and vibrant and had the good story, the good hopefulness, some really good action, and a very very good villain as well. It's a comic book movie on the big screen, and that's sometimes all you need. Is it going to win Oscars? I mean, as a comic book fan, I would like it to, but it won't. But sometimes you just have to have a movie that's fun, a movie that brings action and some of the iconic characters that we all know and love. So that's what it was. It was great. Great camera work as well. Like there were some really cool fight scenes. They got really close up and not to spoil too much, but at some point a guy gets his teeth knocked out, and you can see the teeth on the screen. Like it's pretty cool. Some of the camera work, and there's a lot of good fight scenes. There's a good amount of action in the film, and I thought those were really cool. Yeah, really, really cool fight scenes. I couldn't have asked for a better movie with in terms of fight scenes. So, yeah, you really can't take your eyes off the screen during those moments. It's really cool. Yeah, and another highlight for me was seeing Crypto the dog. Yes, that's right, the dog. He's such a good boy. Seriously, he really is, and he's funny, and it kind of made me want a dog, actually, like the same type of dog. But you know what? Maybe I don't. But like he really captivated me, and I really thought, oh man, how cool would it be if I had a dog wearing a cape? You know what I mean? Maybe you know. Anyways, I digress. Let's move on. Anyways, the humor is really good in the movie. So James Gunn, of course, did Guardians of the Galaxy, and that humor is kind of over the top, but I like it. I mean, it works really well for that team, and I like that he didn't try to incorporate too much of that into this. There's some good funny moments, but I didn't feel like it was really like over the top. It's got its own identity. I think a lot of people were nervous that this would be too much like Guardians of the Galaxy, but it's not. It really stands on its own accord, and I think that that's really remarkable. That this is a little bit more serious of a tone, and but you could tell people had a good fun time as well. So the score was really cool. It it was written by David Fleming and John Murphy, so it's a pretty good score. What they did is they've created some new tunes which are kind of iconic and work really well for the film, but they've also taken some of the John Williams' iconic Superman score moments and have incorporated the main Superman theme as well. It's done in such a modernized way though that like the new generation can really get into it. I was very excited when I heard that iconic film score on the screen. It really helps complete the movie, and just it was exciting. It made it really really exciting. So I'm really glad that they were able to incorporate that as well. The cast was really well cast, actually. There's a lot of people, so I can't talk about every single person. Um, there's um, there's a lot of different cameos from comic book DC heroes that we've not been introduced to yet. But there's so much going on. That's the one thing. There's a lot of people in this movie, but I'll talk about the main people who have the most screen time. You got David Cornswet, of course, as Superman, and I know a lot of people were nervous when he got cast. It's hard to fill Christopher Reeve's shoes, but he did a good job. He stands on his own, and he's the perfect person to embody the truth justice superhero, and of course he's got serious moments as well. He's got a harder life than I think we all realize, and people really don't like him. And he I mean the message is good. He's an immigrant from a different planet, and he comes down onto Earth, and people really take issue with him, really for no reason. He's had a hard life. I mean, when he was a baby, he got sent down from space and really didn't know his family. But David does such a good job bringing the iconic Superman moments, and you really get excited when you see him on screen. And then, of course, when he's Clark Kent, well, he's pretty much the same, but he has glasses, so you really can't tell. So in that ways, it's interesting. But yeah, he has David Cornswet is really good, and I really hope at some point maybe they make like a Justice League movie and he can be the star of it. He's kind of like the DC Captain America in some ways, if you will. So Nicholas Holt has a star turn as Lex Luthor. He might be the best iteration of this character, in my opinion, especially in recent time. I mean, you don't have a lot of people to base it off of. You got Jesse Eisenberg, who, I mean, we didn't even talk about Batman versus Superman. I don't think they even made that movie. Let's just forget about it. But Nicholas Holt was really good. He was like kind of like a whiny boy, but also like he also was very intimidating at times and very intense. And the acting was good. He was funny. He kind of liked to rage bait Superman a little bit, which is fun. But he did a good job. Nicholas Holt. He always does a good job in the movies I've seen him in. So it was really nice to see him in this different type of role. And then we got Rachel Brosnan as Lois Lane, and if you know, she's from the Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. I have not seen it, but a lot of people rave about her performance in that. So I really liked her in this. She was good. She was awesome. Like she was like a really cool lady who's like doesn't really take anything from anybody, and she had a little sarcasm. And her relationship, her and Superman, her and David did such a good job. Their chemistry was really amazing towards the end, especially. You could really sense their love for one another. We all love the story of Superman and Lois Lane. It's always a very good love story. So that was really cool. So it was good to see. She's good. Maria Gabriela De Faria was the engineer. I may have butchered that, but anyways, she played the engineer who was like the right hand lady of Lex Luthor. She's really cool. She had some really cool action moments. She was intimidating. Like I was scared sometimes when I saw her on screen. I said, "Ooh, well, she doesn't come after me next," you know. Anyways, but she was good. I really enjoyed her performance. I don't think I've seen her in anything else, but she was good. We have Skylar Gisondo as Jimmy Olsen. Jimmy Olsen's from the comics. He's one of the workers at the Daily Planet, and he was really good. He was funny. He looked just like from the comics. It was cool to see somebody from the comics or from the look just like he does in the comics. So that was really cool to see, and he did a good job. Of course, you've got the Justice Gang, which is a group of three heroes. not going to get into it. But we've got Isabella Merced, who plays Hawk Girl. I've always thought she was really pretty. I'm not going to lie to you. Anyway, she was really good in this. It's cool to see Hawk Girl back on the screen again. And I only talk about this group of people because it was in the trailer, so it's not really a spoiler. But yeah, she was good. You had Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner, who is well, if you know the Green Lantern, you know when you call the Green Lantern, you don't want him. But he was good. He was sarcastic. He was funny. He was good. He's just I really always liked Nathan Fillion. So Guy Gardner probably is one of my new favorite characters from these movies. So I hope to see more of him, and I know we are because I think they've announced the Lanterns TV series, so we'll definitely see him in that as well. And then the other member of the Justice Gang, you have Eddie Gathegi. I think that's how you say it. He played Mr. Terrific. Mr. Terrific had probably the most screen time out of those three, and I really liked him. His costume was cool. He had some really cool sarcasm. Again, a lot of people in this movie are sarcastic, but it's done in such a funny way that. And he's just cool. Like he's smart. He's got all these little gadgets and things. So uh, and you don't see him a lot. Like he's been featured in like the Justice League TV series, but these, especially the last two characters, you really don't see a whole lot. So it was cool that James Gunn included a few characters that they don't take away from the story, but they kind of could set up for the future. Maybe I don't know, but then you've got Alan Tudyk, of course, and he was. I talk about Alan Tudyk because he's like my favorite voice actor. And when I saw a clip the other day from Superman, I heard his voice. And I said, "Oh, that's Alan Tudyk." I didn't know he was in this, and then I looked at IMDb immediately, and it was him. So he plays one of Superman's robots. They really don't have names, but you'll figure that out later. But he's always good. I love Alan Tudyk. He's been great in Disney stuff. King Candy and K2SO and Star Wars and Alistair Cray and Big Hero 6, Hey Hey and Moana. He's done a lot, and I really appreciate voice acting, and especially when somebody can be so many different characters. Yeah, he was in Frozen too. He was the Duke of Weaselton. Sorry, that was just a little plug. Anyways, all right. Again, I digress. But those are the characters from this film and the actors. So again, this movie is really good. I've seen. Well, actually, this is number 30 for me. So that's pretty exciting. This is a kind of a milestone. This is movie 30 I've seen this year. So I will tell you this: go see it. There's a few haters out there. Some people just don't like anything. Go watch it and have a good time, especially if you like Superman. The costumes are great in this. The music's great. The acting's great. Everything about this movie has so much to like, and it's a great night out. Great action scenes. Again, wow. I knew it was going to be good. I had good faith, but this is way better than I ever expected it to be. And out of the 30 movies I've seen, I can confidently say this is in my top three. Yeah, this is in my top three movies of the year, and I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. Yeah, we'll give it a 9 out of 10 dog bones for in honor of crypto. So, yeah. Anyways, you need to watch this movie. This movie is really good, and James Gunn is. I think the DC universe is in good hands with James Gunn. And I'm excited to see what else he comes up with because it's fantastic. Really, it is. Well, it's great. I can't say fantastic too much because the next review you're probably going to hear from me is going to be pretty fantastic. Anyways, there's a hint for the next review. It's a great, 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 great summer to be a superhero movie fan, everybody, and a comic book fan and a nerd. I'm all three of those. So I have good faith for this summer. So go see Superman. It's fantastic. And once again, thanks for listening to my reviews. I know I can ramble a little bit. I have a little ADHD, so sometimes I get a little off topic. That's okay. You know what? It's just fun. I love to talk to you guys. So I really hope you guys have a great weekend, and I hope you enjoy this review. And once again, as always, I will see you at the movies. Bye bye now.